What is going on, everybody? It's Jay, aka It's All Out Battle Story here, back with another Phantom Parade video. And I was asked in my comments and in my Discord server, can I make a video covering the All Out Battle event, or just make a video on my attempt on the event? And I'm like, you know what? Why not? I'm usually horribly late to quite literally every single event that's in the game, or I just simply don't make a video on it at all, because most events drop alongside a banner, and I'm more focused on making showcase videos for new units than I am like making videos for, I guess you could say, the new content that's in the game. But I'm gonna make this like a special exception, because this is like new content. Like, this isn't like Score Battle or like Imaginary Realm. This is a unique event. The All Out Battle event has been pretty fun, I will say. This is like my 18 turn clear with like, what is it off the top of my head, like 100,000 score, 100 million? I don't even know. We'll figure it out by the end. But I've been trying to basically chunk my way through the entire event. And in fact, as I'm commentating through this, I could just look at my score. Yeah, it's 100 million, right? So I currently have a 100 million score on this. The general strategy is pretty simple for me. By pretty simple, I didn't really, do any reading of like what the extra stuff about the event is. I'm just like, I know the boss has a giant health bar. I know it has 2 phases. Therefore, I want to beat it with 2 teams at best, right? Even though, right, a lot of people were wondering if they had to use, 2 teams to get a high score. And I've been paying attention to the leaderboards, and a lot of the people that are in the top 100 area for the leaderboards have used 3 teams. You don't need to use 2 teams to reach like a very high score. You probably just need 3 strong teams. That can vary, depending on your supports. For first phase, I did use 0.2 Gojo and Summer Megami, or Aloha Megami, because they both have crit resist lowering, right? Which basically makes it infinitely easier for Yuji and Toto to get those black flashes out. And that's exactly what I need specifically from Yuji, because due to Yuji's like constant black flashing, which does make it easier for Toto and Megami to build up ult gauge alongside himself, because I have like minus sisters on him, it makes it so we combo ult, I believe, 3 times during phase 1, and we're able to chunk through over 300 million HP in the first 10 turns of the fight, which was really nice. 0.2 Gojo, obviously, with like the fat debuff, alongside again that skill 2 spam with the critical hit resist. Really nice. Megami has an AoE ultimate, which is really cool. I don't break any of the other Cerberus heads. I know, like, if you break them, you kind of just get like more damage done, which adds to your score. But I'm gonna let y'all in on a little It's Ghost Story secret. When I play an event for like the first time, I kind of just headbutt it. Like, I just run at it head first, and then whatever happens kind of just happens. And I don't think I fully optimized my run. I could definitely get a higher score, but I make mistakes so y'all can improve. Well, for the limited people that can recreate what I do. But yeah, the greatest part of this run was being able to get 3 ultimates out with Yuji and Toto. On my general runs, I'm usually only able to get out, I would say, 2. But that time where I did skill 1 on Yuji, he did the skill 1 combination from his zone state. That black flash on that skill 1 actually made it so we could easily get 3 ultimates out, which was really good. And we got the break right there. And I was actually kind of astonished that Toto actually cleared out the entire boss right here from phase 1. That blew my mind. And obviously phase 2 is starting, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to see more content like this in the game, because I'm gonna be honest, Cerberus boss is probably one of the coolest things in this game. Probably is the coolest boss we've ever seen in this game. I need more aura demons like this. Okay, and that black flash was so important. Oh my goodness, that black flash was so important to get those 3 ults out. But getting 3 ults out on Yuji and Toto during phase 1 definitely helped the huge head start factor. But yeah, like I will say this. They've been adding like this weird mixture of like super goofy and like also hyper serious looking bosses, I do prefer, like, I guess you could say, the cooler looking designs over like the ridiculous ones. Um, this is really nice. We need more of this. Just more hype and aura for the stereotype part of the fan base. But we're reaching to that final, I guess, turn in phase 1, where we did basically the majority of the entire boss's health bar just with one team, right? And the next team that I use afterwards is basically just cleanup duty for the most part. In fact, this run in specific, I was like, I didn't really expect to kind of make it this far, because usually, like, I don't get 3 ultimata, I usually only get 2. So usually it would just be Miwa and Megami get their combo all out, and then like Yuji and Toto would just do skill 3s. But this last part of being an ultimate and also getting a Black Flash right there, crisp, because the first ultimate we did at the beginning of phase 1 didn't have one, and changed everything. So got that combo ult finish, and then we'll also see like the tally score for phase 1. I don't believe I scrolled down to show how much like little damage 0.2 Gojo did, but it's really just a primary focus on Toto. But even then, for this event, like using AoE style units like Green Nanami, even Muda, Hollow Purple, really do benefit just the overall box so much more in this situation, because breaking the Cerberus's heads does increase your score by a ton. It's just, again, I just be headbutting the event, and when I wouldn't say I was focused on breaking the heads during phase 2 with my second team, because I already knew that like by the time we were on turn 6, the heads would be broken because of Hollow Purple Gojo. So I did pride stacking. Some people used non-standard, some people even used, Fuga Sakuna's banner rec bit, a plethora of other things, right? I went with the typical pride stacking route, which, you pop pride on turn 1. We let it sit, we let it marinate until we get it a second time, and then we fire a big nuke. Because I know that no matter what happens, my Hollow Purple Gojo is going to hit around basically the ballpark number of 150 to 156 million HP. And if I remember correctly, because again, I'm just rapid fire post-commentating this run, there was like 177 million HP left over on the boss. So I already knew like we were gonna chunk through like the mass majority of the boss's health bar by the time Hollow Purple actually came out and hit it. So it was just gonna be cleanup duty afterwards for like a turn or 2, which is basically what did happen here. I brought Miguel's banner rec bit obviously for the like initial, I guess you could say, push for ult gauge, and also just the extra damage for the combo ult. Also having Choso's banner rec bit for those 3 turns of extra damage, and Jogo's banner rec bit, so when I combo ult with Shoko and Gakuganji after Choso and Gojo combo ult, it gives Choso a faster ult build-up, alongside the fact that I have green Dogumi in the back, because there is, I guess you could say, other options you can use instead of green Dogumi, but because he has like such a short ult gauge build-up, alongside the fact I brought non-standard, so he does get that boost from the passive, you basically just have a really quick ultimate to just fire out. Actually, no. Redact, rewind. I did not bring non-standard. I don't think I brought non-standard. Actually, let me check that, because your boy just be saying stuff sometimes. Let me see. Let me check my team, because I have Phantom Parade open 24/7. So I did not bring non-standard. I brought a Magnificent Stride Forward, because I did have an original issue where like the boss does like restrict your rec bit usage if it's like pops its ult. So I brought a Magnificent Stride Forward because there was times where I just didn't break the boss. And when I didn't break the boss, obviously the rec bit would get locked, and then like a rec bit like non-standard would be completely useless because, well, I wouldn't be able to use it on the peak damage turn on turn 10. But even on this run, it kind of didn't matter because I surprised myself, and we cleared this before we even made it to turn 10. We cleared it 2 turns earlier than expected. So, I mean, you could bring non-standard if you can build up your ult gauge quick enough, or if you can break the boss, and then you'll be able to use your rec bit. That would be like ideal, but a Magnificent Stride Forward also works out really well, because we're already using Pride on Hollow Purple Gojo, and Magnificent Stride Forward is like the only other rec bit where we got like 2 turns of usage out that we could be using. But yeah, we do the combo with Shoko and Gaku Ganji. The heads are already broken, so we already have that little tidbit of extra damage. Choso is going to also break the boss here, which is going to give us a huge burst and just alt gauge. Look at that. Boom. Massive. And, you know, one thing that I wish that I could see is like the actual health bars. Like, I don't understand why this game is so poorly optimized where they couldn't just show the health bars properly. But this is the final turn right here. Made some little verbal hiccups. But that was the entire Calamity event. 100 million score with 2 teams. I do want to, how do I say this? I do want to do a better run in the future. Well, I can't really say in the future, but hopefully before this event ends, because I want to get A1 Megami. But yeah, that's it. That's my run. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my little ramble. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord server. It's in the channel bio. Run the road to 3,000 subscribers, so be sure to sub up. It's been Jay, aka it's Ramble Story. But most importantly, me and my in-pain self will see you guys later.